Everybody, it's Dr. Eric Walcavage. I want to let you know my book, The Thyroid Debacle, is now available wherever you buy your books. So get out there and grab a copy. I wrote this book with Dr. Kelly Halderman. I'm a functional medicine practitioner, and Dr. Kelly is a functional medicine practitioner and a classically trained medical doctor and a naturopathic physician as well. We both wrote this book to help our clients that we work with on a regular basis, help them improve their chronic hypothyroid signs and symptoms and regain their quality of life. We wrote this book because so many people are diagnosed with hypothyroidism, get put on medications, and still have the chronic signs and symptoms of hypothyroidism, and yet are told that there's nothing wrong with them anymore, or their thyroid physiology hasn't been fixed because their TSH is now normal. And there's a whole nother group of people, maybe like you, who are struggling with chronic hypothyroid signs and symptoms. You're constipated, your hair is thinning, you're gaining weight, no libido, chronically fatigued, and you've been told that you eat too much, you don't exercise enough, but there's nothing wrong with your thyroid because one test, the TSH test, is normal. We're gonna kind of blow the cover off of this kind of thyroid debacle and explain to you why the current medical model is struggling to help people get well and stay well, and why so many people don't feel well on a thyroid medication. It's not because you have bad doctors. The system is not set up to really help you get well. The system is set up to diagnose a disease and manage it, and not really take the individual patient in mind. It's more geared around a diagnosis management and a lab value management than it is helping the patient get well. So part one of the book really kind of explains the current model, the allopathic care model, and Dr. Kelly does a great job of kind of laying that out. Part two of the book, I get deep into the science of thyroid physiology and cellular physiology, and really explain a different perspective of thyroid physiology from this gland-centric problem where the gland goes bad because the immune system's out of control and all we got to do is put more thyroid hormone medication into the system, to a system where cells and tissues kind of drive our physiology. And the reason we often have chronic hypothyroid signs and symptoms is because our cells are in danger. They're trying to protect us from something. So we don't really have a thyroid system and a thyroid physiology system that's broken, but one that's adapting to the stress we're chronically putting on our system. So I go into the science of that, explain a new way of looking at and addressing hypothyroidism and these chronic hypothyroid signs and symptoms that's different than the old paradigm, and where I think we should be going, especially from a functional medicine perspective. And then part three of the book is really focused on helping you understand the foundational principles of what everybody needs to do to improve their health and improve their quality of life. And these are things you can do without seeing a practitioner, before you go see a medical doctor, before you go see a functional medicine practitioner. There's a lot of foundational things you can do to start improving your health and quality of life. So if you've got chronic hypothyroid signs and symptoms, if you have been put on thyroid medication and you're still struggling, if you tinkered with T4 medication, it worked for a while and doesn't work, now you're on T4 and T3 and that doesn't work, and you're thinking about going on T3, or you've been on T3 only and that didn't work, or you're just not sure where to go from here, you're not understanding what's going on, pick up a copy of The Thyroid Debacle. I think it'll give you a better understanding of what happened, why the stuff that you did try didn't work, and new strategies that you can start to apply in your life to try and get your health and your quality of life back. I hope this is helpful for you. If you have any questions, reach out to me or Dr. Kelly at thethyroiddebacle.com.